أعوذ بالله الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So, in this second part of our lesson in training and development, we shall be talking about selecting training methods. So, when you are selecting the methods of training, number one, as I was explaining, you have to keep into consideration the learning style of the participants, because there are some learners. They are audio learners, we have visual learners, we have audio visual learners, we have kinesthetic learners. So you have to define, you have to know the learning style of your participant. Then number two, the content complexity. Of course, when the training, the material is very complex, then you'll have maybe to choose a method like lecturing. And if it is not complex, maybe you can decide it can be an online. Then the audience and resources. So here we have the common methods of what? Here we have the common methods of training. So number one, classroom training, best for theoretical knowledge and discussion. If the training content is more of theoretical than practical aspects, and if it is going to have a lot of discussion, so it is better to have it in a class. For example, workshop on university HR policy updates. If the HR manager wants to train, for example, the university staff, he wants to update them on the HR policy. The best thing is a classroom training. Number two, e-learning. It's very flexible, self-paced, and scalable. So like what you are doing now, this lesson is an online. So online module on cybersecurity awareness. So it's very flexible. It's very flexible because you can attend the lesson and you're just seated in your house. It is self-paced. You can record the lesson later. You can just follow up because it has been recorded. Then it is scalable. Scalable is all about the what? It can be break into pieces, module 1, module 2, module 3. Then on-the-job training, learning by doing under supervision. So there's some training you need to be trained when you are doing it. You know, for example, lab assistants learning to use a new lab equipment. So in this case, there is what? You have to do something practically, like the doctors, the nurses, when they're going for their attachments in the hospitals. Then lastly, there is the blended learning. Blended means mushakkal. So combination of online and face-to-face. And most of the organizations, they normally prefer this. So designing content and material. So when you are designing the content of the training, what should happen? Number one, content should be relevant. Relevant means it should be something that is updated. It should not be outdated. You know, it should be engaging, two-way thing. Engaging the participants, they can ask questions from the materials, and it should be aligned to the objectives. Number two, use a mix of format. A good training, you will always find some text, you'll find some visuals, images, there will be some activities, there will be some case studies and quizzes. So mix all this. Then you can prepare trainer guides, participant handbook, presentation or video. So it's good like to have a handout. Like when you're training, then every person has a handbook. They are following you. They are writing, they are highlighting, they are underlining, and so on and so forth. Now, training methods. There are different training methods and techniques. So what is the meaning of training methods and techniques? Training methods and techniques are the approaches used to deliver training. This is what you were just talking about, and help employees acquire specific skills, knowledge, and behavior. So what are the objectives of these training methods and techniques? To choose the most effective way to transfer learning. When you are having any training, always ensure that you use the best methodology because you are transferring learning. You are transferring some skills, information. So if you don't use the best method, then you will not transfer anything. Then to match the method to learning objectives, content, and audience. Your training method should be aligned to your learning objective, content, and audience. Then to ensure maximum participation and retention. A good learning method always ensures maximum participation. People are asking questions, they are engaged. And number two, retention. After the training, people can still remember the content. But if after the training, people cannot remember anything, it means your methodology was not good. So what are the importance of diverse training methods? Diverse means like not only focusing on one method. So it enhances learning effectiveness and engagement, addresses diverse learning styles, facilitates practical application, and improves performance. Now, the types of training methods now in detail. Number one, on-the-job training. On the job, learning while performing tasks at the workplace. On the job means you are training by learning or by use of hands. And this method, what is the advantage? It is low cost and it is very practical and there is immediate application. So you are training somebody and he's applying the knowledge on the spot. So for example, there is a new university class, learns how to use enrollment software by shadowing a senior employee. So a senior employee is guiding somebody directly on the spot how to use the software. Number two, mentoring. Mentoring is related to development. It's long-term. So it is long-term development relationship. So here, senior guides support the junior employees' growth. In every organization, you have some workers who are very experienced. So these experienced workers, they coach the junior workers. So if it is in a university, you have the senior lecturers, they help the junior lecturers, the fresh graduates. So they show them how to teach, how to design their lessons, So that is what is meant by mentoring. Coaching, it's short-term, performance-focused support, helps improve specific skills or overcome challenges. Coaching, you are coaching somebody, you are showing somebody how to do something. Then simulation, they are very realistic, risk-free environment to practice. So when you're talking, look at this example. A nursing student uses patient care simulators to practice emergency response. Those people in what? In the health sciences, they can understand this. The student in nursing, public health, medicine, So the simulators basically means they give you a sample of a body. Okay, this is a body of a patient. So can you show us where is the large intestine? Where is the small intestine? Can you assume that you are operating? So it is a sample. You are using a sample to do something. Then role plays. Role plays, employees act out scenarios to improve interpersonal or decision making. So this is role play. People are acting in the training. So for example, there is the manager acting and there is a customer complaining. So one employee is pretending to be the manager and another one is the customer who is complaining. So from the acting, we can see what they are doing and how maybe the manager is going to handle the complaints from the customers. Then case studies, learners analyze real or hypothetical problems. Sometimes the case study, they are very real. Maybe the case of rat, people are eating a lot of rat in a particular city. So you are going to do a case study to see what is basically happening. What's your problem, Mohammed? Can you please keep quiet? Then we also, so these case studies, it can be real. There is a real problem. There is a real problem happening, and students are going to research it, or the employees are going to research more about it. Or it can be hypothetical. If tiradia, it is not real. You come late and you disturb people in class. Then e-learning. Can you switch off your video, please? E-learning, we have online delivery of training modules. This is online, you know. So these trainings are offered online. Then we have blended learning. Blended means mushakkal, combines online and face-to-face. Now, the last part of our lesson today is about the evaluation of training effectiveness. And this is very important because after every training, we need to evaluate and ask ourselves, was this training program successful or it was not successful? That is why you find that in many trainings, at the end of the training, the trainer will give the participants a questionnaire. So the questionnaire will, they will use, the trainer will use the feedback from the questionnaire to know if the training was successful or if it was not successful. So evaluation of training effectiveness is the process of measuring al-qiyas, how well a training program achieved its intended goals, such as improving skills, knowledge, and job performance. Remember, before we started the training, there were some objectives we wanted to achieve. So at the end of the training, we need to ask ourselves, did the participant achieve the objective? Maybe the training was all about using a software. So at the end of the training, we ask ourselves, like, are the participants now competent enough to use the software? If they can use the software, mashallah, we clap for ourselves, we celebrate, and we say that this training was successful. If they still are struggling to use the software, it means we need to review our training program. Maybe the problem was the content. Maybe the problem was with the what? The method of delivery. Maybe the problem was with the person who was delivering the training. He could not make the participant to understand. So there can be many problems, you know. So the importance of this evaluation is that it ensures training meets the learning and organizational goals. Number two, justify training investment. So once we evaluate, if the result is positive, then mashallah, there was value in our money. But if the performance is still not okay, then we wasted our money. So it identifies gaps for improvement. The evaluation will help us to know the areas that needs more training, enhances employee performance and productivity. Then lastly, informs future training decision. The evaluation will help us to get the feedback. And this feedback, we will use it to do what? To prepare for future trainings. Now, when we are evaluating any training, we normally use this framework. So during your free time, you can go and research more about the Kirkpatrick's 4 level of evaluation. So when you are evaluating any training program, you normally evaluate 4 things. Number 1, the reaction. Number 2, learning. Number 3, impact. Then number 4, results. Full stop. These are the 4 areas that we need to evaluate. Number 1, reaction. Did the learners enjoy the training? Were they happy? Were they asking questions? Or were they sleeping? Or were they going out? Were they just in their mobile phones, WhatsApp, Facebook, and you are training them? So did the learners enjoy the training? If yes, it means it was effective. Number two, learning. Did learning transfer occur? Did learning occur? When you are talking about learning, was there transfer of knowledge, al-ma'rifah, from the trainer to the trainees? Did the trainer successfully transfer the knowledge to the participants? Then number three, impact, al-athar. Did the training change behavior? Because before the training, maybe the students were complaining about the finance officer. But what did we do? We trained the finance officer in communication skills. So after the training, are the students still complaining, or the finance officer improved his behavior, improved his way of communication? Because that is what we want to see. Taghyir fi suluk. So the main objective of training, we need taghyir as-suluk. Because before the training, the suluk was not good. After the training, we need the suluk to be okay. Then lastly, did the training influence performance? Did performance improve as a result of this training? If the answer is yes, khalas, good. Did our sales increase? Did our what? Did our sales, did our profits increase as a result of the training? You know? So these are the 4 areas that any kind of training will always evaluate these 4 areas. So this is what basically, you know, and there are different ways you can evaluate this. So for example, the reaction, how participants feel about the training. So you can give them post-training survey. You can give them a questionnaire. Like the questionnaire, you are asking them, how was the training? Are you satisfied or not satisfied? Agree, disagree, not. So such dimensions or such metrics can help you to measure the reaction. What knowledge or skill participant gain? The learning, you can give them a test. After the training, you give them a test. If they score good marks, then it means, mashallah, there was a transfer of knowledge. Then the behavior, changes in job performance after training. The supervisor can observe and he can give the evaluation. Then the results. This is the final impact on organizational goal. And we can know it through the performance metric or reduce errors. So that is the end of our training, or the end of our lesson today, which was all about training and development and the importance, the methods, the analysis, ila ghayri dhalik. So this is our last lesson for this course. So tomorrow you will be having a quiz. So during the time for our lesson, the quiz will start from 8. So you will be given around. So you will be given 1 hour, 30 minutes for the quiz. You will be having 30 questions. So the quiz will cover 30 questions. Okay. So the quiz will be from 8 to 9:30. After 9:30, the quiz will be disabled. If you will not have submitted your quiz by 9:30, you will score a 0. Then there is a list that yesterday I sent in your group. Please use the ID. Every student has been given an ID in the list. So if your ID is 00, that is your ID. So when you're submitting your quiz, when you're submitting your assignment, And even for the final exam, you will use that ID number. If your ID number is 1, write 1. If it is 2, 2. If it is 3, write 3. If it is 4, write 4. This is very important. If you don't use that number, then you will score 0. It's just a simple instruction. The ID number is there. If it is 0, 0. If it is 1, 1. If it is 2, 2. I will answer your question. Let me just first give the instruction so that you understand all the instruction. Then about the assignment. The assignment, you're going to write a research. Choose one of the topics that you have been given. So from those topics that you have been given, choose one area. Then write a research of 10 to 15 pages. When you finish, submit it through the link that I have given you. And you can only submit it in Word form. You cannot submit it in PDF. The system will not allow PDF. The system only allows Word document. Don't submit it in any other form. It should be in PDF form. So that is all about the assignment. So the assignment will be 20 marks. Your quiz tomorrow will be 30 marks. Your final exam will be 30 marks. Your attendance is 20 marks. That is a total of 100. So that is all, please. So if you have your question, can you ask your question, please? What's your question, Bashir? Those students, your hands are up. What's your question? Nam.
Can you hear me, please?
Nam.
First, I'd like to appreciate your valuable lessons throughout this course, but I have one question.
Nam.
The course outline you have shared us contains, I think, 12 modules. So we covered now up to six modules. So aren't we covering the remaining modules and like performance management? I feel like it is important, and KPIs like that, compensation, and other remaining modules.
Yeah, of course, that's a good question. Remember, you have 4 weeks. So after every 4 weeks, you have to finish a course. After every 4 weeks, you have to finish one course, you start another course. One course, you start another course. So sometimes in 4 weeks, you cannot cover all the modules. Because like this module in human resource management, we normally cover it in one semester. We normally cover it in 4 months. But because our MBA program is a crash program, so we cannot be in a position to cover all the modules. So we normally cover half the module. Then half the module, if you realize in your assignment, the other half is in your research. So most of the topics that you are going to write in your research is for you to go and read more and research the areas that we have not covered. Did you get it?
Yes, teacher. I don't have.
Did you get the point?
Yeah, got it, Ma'alimu. But I would like to recommend that some students can have a presentation for the remaining modules, maybe the next Friday, tomorrow, or for the next week.
No, we don't have time. Like I've already told you, we don't have time. We have already finished 4 weeks. Every course is like 4 weeks at most. 4 weeks. Then next week you are going to do your final exam. So I understand your point. Your idea is very good because we've not covered some areas. But now the areas that we've not covered, because you are a master's student, so you can research more about those. You can research more about the areas that we did not cover. And if you'll have any question, I'm always available. If there'll be any, if you read, and I gave you all the resources. I gave you around 4 or 5 books, reference books. So during your free time, you can read, research more. If there is anything that is not clear, you can always send me a message and I will explain.
Okay, got it. But can you share us the presentation file or the same like this one is?
So you want me to? I will be forced to prepare another lesson like this in slide form.
No need. If you prepared before, it's going to be better.
No, I don't have previous lesson, unfortunately. I will see. I don't know if I have some lesson for last year. I'm not sure.
If you can get this, okay. If not, no problem. Thank you.
Okay. There are some students. Listen, there is some of students didn't still get ID. You know, the problem with some students, and this is how you will fail the exam. Yesterday, when I was sending the instruction in the group, I was very clear, Liban, you are the one who is asking this question. I said that if your name is not in the list, send me a message in the inbox, send me your full name, your department, and I give you your ID number in my inbox. The message was very clear yesterday. So I don't know how I can help you there. The message was very clear. If your name is not in the list, send me in my inbox your full number, your full name, and your department. As easy as that, and you'll get your ID. Why are you complicating things? Is it clear, Liban? Because you and Said, you are the ones who are asking this question. And already yesterday, I explained it in the WhatsApp group. Or what was...
Yeah, thanks, Ustad. I think we are three in number, the way I can see from the group chat. Yeah, I didn't understand it like that, but sorry to have missed that. Maybe it was an oversight. All I wanted to say was, we haven't still yet got, but I'm going to share with you through your inbox as you advise, so that will clear the errors that we are observing. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, no problem. So after the lesson, you just inbox me. Just inbox me your number, your name and your department. Then by tonight you will get your ID number, or by tomorrow before the quiz you will know your ID number before the quiz, and even tomorrow before the quiz I will send the updated list with the student name and the ID number.
Okay, teacher. Thanks.
Now, Muna, what's your question, Muna? Your hands is up.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, teacher. My
No.
question is like for the exam, for the quiz, we just need to prepare. So does the exam or the quiz come from the old lesson that you have already given for chapters, right? Or included today? That's the first question. The second question is, teacher, you already have mentioned that our score evaluation will be 120 quiz, 20 and attendance, 30 final, and the rest 30 is what? Sorry, I didn't get it. That's why I'm just asking you again. Sorry.
Yeah, so the first question is the quiz will be only three lessons, lesson 1, 2, and 3. The introduction to human resource. Then you have lesson 2, we were talking about job analysis. Then lesson 3 was human resource planning.
Okay.
Those 3 lessons, you'll find it in your quiz. The other 3 lessons, recruitment, selection, and training, you'll find it in your final exam.
Okay.
So that is all about the first question. The second question, 30 marks will be in your mid-semester exam, 30 will be in your final exam, 20 for the assignment, 20 for the attendance.
Okay, thank you so much. I get it, teacher. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Understood.
Okay. Now, Abdulhamid, what's your question?
Teacher, good evening. And my question is not very important, but I want to ask you, why do you prefer capital letter in? It's important, or what else? Can you tell us from
capital letters in what?
During such submission, to write as a capital letter.
To write
Is
capital
it very
letter?
important?
The name.
Yes.
It's not important to write in capital, but it is preferable. It's not
Okay,
a
thank you.
must, but it is just preferable, basically, for uniformity. Because if all the students are using the capital letters, then there is uniformity. But if someone is using small letters, another one is using uppercase, lowercase. So for uniformity and standardization, but it is not a requirement. Basically, it's not a requirement. Any other question, please? You still have some time. If anything is not clear, just ask. Abdullah, what's the question?
Yes, teacher, I have one question. Teacher, as you know, as remaining six modules, as you mentioned, the course outline. So, can you share us the remaining parties for us as PPT or PDF, or you can share us the PDF books that you prepared for these lessons to make our research.
Yeah. So at the what? At the beginning of this course, I prepared a course outline and I shared all the references book. So you have the course outline, and you also, I'm taking the attendance. So don't leave, please. I'm taking a picture. So those students who are leaving, they'll not be in the attendance. So I'm taking the attendance, I'm taking a picture. So at the beginning of the lesson, I shared all the reference books. So just use the course outline. From the course outline, you can easily know the topics that we did not cover, and you can use the reference book to do more research. So you can use the reference book, but because I did not I don't have the PowerPoints, because I normally prepare like 2 days before the lesson, 2 days or 1 day before the lesson. I go back to the reference books and I prepare the slides. So unfortunately, I don't have the slides. The only option, maybe I can go to my files last year to see if I have the lessons for last year. I can share it with you, but I don't want to promise you,
But teacher, you can tell us specific book name that you prepared almost all these sessions.
Did you see the reference book in your WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
Did
But
you see?
too much. But reference book is almost 6 or 5 books.
If you look carefully at those books, if you go back to your WhatsApp group, there is one book that I have written, course book. There are very many books, but I really did what? I specified one book that we shall be using. So if you go back to the reference list, you will just see what there is.
Okay,
Even now, I am in the WhatsApp group, and there is one book called Human Resource Management, main book. I have written main book. So just go back to your reference books. There are around 4 or 5. There is one of them written main book. Main book means that is the main source. The writer is Pravin Durai. That is the book. That is the main book.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Yeah, so you'll just go back to the reference and you'll see it. Is there any other question, please? All the lessons are in what? All the lessons are in the YouTube page. Some students, they were asking me for the lessons. If you have not subscribed in the YouTube channel, how can you know if I have uploaded the lessons? So you need to subscribe in the channel so that if I just upload any lesson, you get the notification immediately. So some students, they were asking about the lesson. All the lessons are in the YouTube channel, all the lessons. Okay? Now.
Yes,
So
teacher. Finally, Can
Now,
you share any advice about this subject to valuable future our students?
no, this topic is very important. So that especially those students who are going to specialize, who are specializing in human resource management, they will really enjoy this course. Because when you're talking about human resource management, when you are working in any organization, any company, you have to interact with people. People have problems, people have emotions. So everything is revolving around people. So you need to know how to manage these people. If you don't have any skill in managing people, then you are going to really struggle in organization and in the companies that you are working in. So this course is very, very important. And it is people who are specializing in human resource management, they really enjoy it actually. You'll really enjoy the courses that you will be covering in human resource management. Personally, I have a master's. I have 3 masters. One of the masters is in human resource management. I have also specialized in human resource management, and it has personally helped me a lot. In all the places I've been working, it has been very easy for me actually to work with people, and more so if you are a leader. You cannot be a leader. You cannot be a leader if you don't have skills in human resource. You cannot be a successful leader, that is. So this course is very, very important, And even those students who are not specializing, please, you can have short courses in human resource. You can have higher diploma in human resource management, because you will need it. It's very, very important, especially in the 21st century.
Malimu, I have just one funny question. Why do HR personnel sometimes are so serious or little bit angry at all time? It's just job stress or something behind that.
Yeah, of course, most of them, it is because most of them, they deal with a lot, because, in the HR office, they have to deal with the recruitment, they have to deal with performance of all the employees, they have to prepare reports and give it to the finance, so sometimes most of them, they are stressed because of the workload. That is why if you go to many good organizations, the HR manager, they are paid good money. If you go to any organization, a serious organization, the HR manager, that position is not a joke. They are paid a lot of money. So, and most of them, that is why you need some training in human resource. For example, you need to be very good in what? Emotional intelligence. Because as an HR manager, you are going to deal with a lot of people from different nationalities, different backgrounds. So you need to know how to manage their expectation and their emotions. If you are not ready for that, if you don't have that skill, you will be stressed and you will be getting angry every time. So those HR managers who are getting angry every time, it is because they lack some special skills of dealing with people. So that is why when they are asked questions, they get angry, and so on and so forth.